to everyone. It's been a long time.
It's like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Who really knows? Yeah, it's been a while, but we're back.
We never left.
We never left. That's true. We've honestly just been hustling to try to get all the orders out the door. And guess what? It's order week once again.
It's October.
It is. It's October, what, 2nd? Yes.
Yes.
That's what your computer is telling me. I usually don't know what day of the week it is. And I feel like we're just constantly checking in with each other. It's Tuesday, right? It's Thursday, but yeah, we're back. It's fall officially. My
Yeah, it's
favorite
finally chilly air around here.
time of the year. It actually feels like fall today. Which is very exciting. I feel like I personally have really fallen off of like being on social media for a bit and probably need to get back in the swing of things. So well, you'll be seeing my face on stories a little bit more, kind of showing what we're finishing up and what we're about to ship out. Things like that. Outfits of the day.
We've been doing some website work. So we did recently change the names of the collections on the website just to confuse everybody.
Just to make it extra exciting.
And make it more difficult.
Yeah, we're trying to like organize it in a different way and open up the possibilities for other collections in the future.
Yeah, we have an idea for another collection, which we're not going to talk about today.
Yeah.
But this will help. This will help with that. So if you're on the site and we're used to going to the bags page.
Yeah, just straight bags.
Straight bags. It's now called the bridal collection, which because the bags are made from English bridal leather.
Right. It's basically the smooth leather.
Yeah.
Like that.
The actual bags haven't changed, so don't be confused about that part. And then the milled collection, we changed to the lined collection, just to make it obvious that they are leather lined.
Leather lined, yes.
So, not super exciting, but
no, but it's just a change. And if you go to the website, you're like,
change.
what has happened? That's what's happened.
34 degrees in the Adirondacks this morning.
That sounds good.
Chilly.
I hope you made a nice fire.
Yeah, that's fire weather.
That is fire weather. Indoor, nice fire weather.
And then aside from that, I've just been trying to take more pictures to post up on there too, on the website.
Yeah, some of our product images were a bit dated.
Yes, there's still a couple. There's like the Luna and some of like the original images.
Oh,
so
man.
next time we're able to get some lifestyle shots with those.
Yeah, we need to do that.
That would be great.
Yep.
And
it's a good time of year to start taking more photos too outside and everything as well.
somebody asked about like doing a mini tour of this, so I thought that would be a good idea to do.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want me to just do that right now?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I love working with leather. You guys inspire me.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah, we're over on the bench today. I'm working on a milled Maeve 16 right at the moment. Typically, I'd be doing hand stitching over at our stitching pony, but because I wanted to be able to chat and get a few things done at the same time, I'm gonna be hand stitching in front of you guys. But
wait, this is somewhat related. Since it's order week,
yeah,
it's beneficial for us if you guys are thinking holiday wise.
Yeah,
to place them earlier this week versus waiting till November, because November is like crunch time and it gets crazy.
Yes.
And we just want to make sure your bags are going to get to you on time if you're trying to use them to celebrate.
Yeah.
So
if you could order earlier, better for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just it'll make our holiday season a little bit easier. But I understand it is very early to be thinking about holiday gifts. But if you're able to, it's always best to order early because obviously everything we do is pretty much made to order.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out exactly when like the cutoff will be. It's usually the first week of November, but we're still trying to figure that out if we can do that or not.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. Also, didn't we do a special offer for Order Week?
Well, for newsletter people. So sorry for the double email. One was automatic and automated, and one wasn't. So anyway, that was my fault. But if you got our newsletter, there's something special in there for you.
Yes, a little special offer if you place an order this week.
Hi, there is 10-12 ounce bridle too thick for straps. I wouldn't say it's too thick. I think once you get above the 12 ounce,
yeah, then it gets
for a single layer.
Right.
You're kind of too thick.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all a matter of personal taste.
preference. Yeah. So when we do our regular bridle crossbody straps, when you're making the strap smaller, it's like it doubles up. So when that happens, like I'd prefer a slightly thinner strap than what do we usually do? Is it 8 to 10?
So, man, like it's right around 9.
It's right around 9 that we typically are using.
Yeah.
We have gone thicker before and tried that out, and we felt like it was just a little too thick. But yeah, again, it's personal preference. So
you could probably go all the way down. I mean, if you go into a store, they're probably like 6 ounces.
Thin. Our milled ones are slightly thinner because they're sewn.
Yeah, and they're doubled up.
Yeah, but they're still probably at least 8 ounces.
Yeah. Like vegetarian leather is going to hold up no matter. You could do it really thin if you really wanted to, but
yeah,
it'll hold up.
Yeah, good question. Okay, so really quick, we're gonna do a bag tour of the Ainsley bag. Is the Ainsley bag available?
Yeah, so that was one of the reasons also I made it available. Usually we would wait longer.
Yeah.
But I kept it up there.
Yeah.
For October because of that.
Right, because we're getting so close to the holidays somehow.
I don't know.
Okay, so this is our Ainsley bag. She comes with a crossbody strap. I don't have it at the moment, but yes. So this is actually the prototype original one that I made. There are a couple little teeny tweaks that are different, but nothing that we can't talk through. So it's a crossbody bag, but the strap is fully detachable. It's got a little pocket in the front that is perfect spot for a cell phone or anything that's small and quick that you want to be able to grab easily. It's got a nice wide structured gusset. And this is a new style of gusset that we've only ever done on this bag, and I absolutely love it. It's really, really nice and holds its structure really well. And then the closure is a magnetic closure underneath that little strip here. One of the only changes that you don't have to worry about, so this little rivet won't be there when you open up your bag. That was an accident on the prototype. And then the other, and that's really the only change, I think, actually. Yeah, just no rivet. Otherwise, she's a perfect prototype. And then obviously, we're mixing our bridal smooth leather with our milled, pebbled, textured leather on this bag, which is something that we've never done before too, which I love.
If you guys have any questions, also just throw them in there as we're chatting.
There was something if you want to scroll.
Oh, jeez. And Leanne doesn't touch the phones, so because she's too short to reach them.
It's difficult to reach.
In your Domestica course, you used 8 to 10 ounce. Relieved to hear that. Ordered 10 to 12 for single layer straps and belts. Yeah, that'll work out.
Be totally fine.
Oops. I'm not. I shouldn't touch the phones either, but here we are.
So it's got a nice stuffed top handle, and then again,
Stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza. This interior pocket is lined just to give it a little more structure, and it's got the nice gold foil logo there. And then you see these two little D-rings. So that is how the crossbody strap attaches.
You told them to ignore that?
I did. Ignore the belly button. That was the only
Kind of looks
accident.
like it's got a tooth.
Now I see this goofy face. That's hilarious. Okay, anyways. The inside of the lid is also fully lined in the milled leather. And then yeah, so your crossbody strap clips in here, and it's a really easy to wear bag. It fits a lot of stuff because of this nice structured gusset on this guy. So I've worn this one a handful of times already, and I really love it. And yeah, and then if you wanted to just use it as like a handbag, you can take the crossbody strap off and do that. But typically, I just wore it as a crossbody bag. It fits really nicely, like under my arm or whatever. I need to make a new crossbody strap for this guy. Where did that one go? It's a little
weird.
It's a little different than our normal crossbody strap. So the way it adjusts is completely the same. The only thing that's different.
Did you make one?
Yeah, remember? Because I like cut out the
Yeah, the pattern piece. I remember that. Where the heck would it go?
I don't. But it has tiny trigger clips on it, like this. They're very small, so they hide fully inside the bag when you have that crossbody strap on. So there's like very little hardware shown.
That's weird.
Yeah, and that's the back of the bag. Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a little tour. If you have any specific questions about this bag, just throw them in the chat there. Yeah. Oh, we also, I've been wearing our Betty wallets like this recently quite a bit, and we did have a couple people ask questions like, where can I get that piece, whatever. It is literally just our Betty wallet that I just took a piece
It's
of.
not attached.
It's not even attached. It's our leather, it's just like a leather cord, and I just fed it through there and snapped it over. You could do that totally if you bought one of our Betty wallets. Do that really easily, and then when you go to use your wallet, you just unsnap it and you get your stuff out, and then you can just put it back on there. And I just love that it's a nice like little statement-y necklace that way. So yeah, and then did I talk about this? This is what I'm working on right now. This is the Maeve 16.
Hey, she remembered it.
I was like, can she find the name?
Which bag is this?
We've got a lot. This is the milled lined one. So right now what I'm doing is hand stitching the little D-rings that go on the back of the bag. I'm hand stitching those in place right now. So that is where we're at. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any questions on stuff that we can answer? Please feel free to ask away while I
Got
stitch
some
these
new
in
books.
place. Oh,
So
I didn't even know you got that.
this one was somebody sold it to the Goodwill and then sold it to Thrift Books.
That's hilarious.
I should see what the price difference is.
Yeah.
So we have Rework. These are next up on my list to read.
Nice.
Let's see what's the one. Choose Yourself.
Let me see what the sound of it
And
is.
then The End of Jobs. Dun, dun, dun.
Exciting.
Yeah, these were all recommended within another book.
Oh,
They're trying
really?
to get me. Yeah, there's
That's
like
nice.
some books will have like resources at the end.
Mm.
And I thought it was time to
Yeah,
get
we
a
need
couple more.
need some more in there. In the little library.
Should have been a librarian. I should not have.
I don't know. I feel like you might love that job, just being real quiet all the time.
Everyone, shh.
Shh, quiet, reading books.
Yeah, that's what we got going on. Nothing too
It
crazy.
is- Do you guys want to see something fun that has nothing to do with leather?
Don't you do it.
Why?
We did have someone this morning ask about bag weights,
Like the literal weight of the bag,
how much the bag
not the
is.
thickness of the leather.
So our straps weigh approximately 3 to 4 ounces, which I found out this morning. And then
That's good to know.
this mini Bowery is about a pound. I think it's 15 ounces. And then this is about a pound and a half. It sounds like it should be more based on the size difference.
That's interesting. There was another. You need to
Another
scroll.
question?
Yeah. I know you guys want to see something fun, but has nothing to do with leather. I'll show you before
And
you
then
leave it
this,
around
I
this.
think that Chloe is 10 ounces. Mini Chloe is 10 ounces, which surprised me.
Okay. Here's add weight, the weight of all bags to their product description.
You like my bag carousel.
Yeah.
I know it's not really in your design language, but thoughts on piping and edge binding. So I
Interesting.
personally
That's a
enjoy
great
those
question.
things.
Yeah.
I don't, like you said, I don't think it makes sense for what we do.
Right.
But they can be really nice.
Oh, definitely. I would say specifically on men's
Yeah.
stuff,
Quarter leather always binds the edge.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he hand stitches the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
But they look beautiful.
Yeah.
And he
No, I
chooses
think-
really nice leathers.
I think it can be really gorgeous.
And like, was it Dooney and Burke?
Mhm.
Is typically a bound edge. Coach,
Yeah, it
leather
sounds like
bound edge.
Coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing to note is that to do that sort of thing, you're gonna need like a special attachment on your sewing machine, special leather for it, that's really thin so that it can go around it.
You'll have to make a few decisions. So
Mm.
you probably would have to get a skyber because they have to be the exact same thickness all the way through
Mhm.
to go through the binding edge
Yeah.
the right way. And then how you're going to finish the edges, or if you aren't.
Right.
But it definitely, I think a lot of people don't finish the edges on that because that's kind of the point of it.
Right.
It's faster. It's like
In
the
some
painted
ways.
edges that we do, definitely the drying and waiting time takes significantly longer than just sewing it through a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love his quarter content as well as yours. Yeah, he's great. He's been doing it forever. I think he just had like an anniversary.
Do you know how many years?
It was like, I don't remember, but it was like
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
16, 18,
Oh my gosh.
something crazy like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a Bell Skyver on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, good for you. I'm jealous.
Holding out.
I don't want so bad.
For like 3 years.
I'll get my Bell Skyver one of these days.
What else do we got?
I had a thought this morning.
I don't know.
I know. You love when I just
What if we
random
make
thoughts.
everything more complicated?
No. This
Oh.
has nothing to do with bags or whatever. I was just thinking about just pure content.
Oh.
That like, what do I like to see, and what would I maybe appreciate? So you have to understand, first of all, 41 years old. I don't love putting myself in front of the camera all the time. It is annoying. However, we do a lot of like creative stuff outside of this. And part of me feels like it would be really fun to share some of that stuff, like purely on the weekends or something like that, in stories only.
Sounds like what your personal account's for.
I mean, I can do that. I just don't know if anyone's watching my personal account because it's just like,
Well,
whatever.
I don't know why they would.
Right.
They don't know you. I don't know you.
You don't know.
It's your first day.
Anyways, just a thought. I was like, maybe that would be fun. I'd like to see that sort of like behind the scenes, what else are you doing sort of
That's true.
thing. And my thought was like, oh, just on the weekend, just sharing like one or two things that I'm working on that have nothing to do with.
It's so tough. We're in such a world where
I
everything
know.
has to be a thing, and like, I don't think it needs to be.
Right, and that was kind of always my thought. Is like, it doesn't need to be. I'm doing this purely for myself.
I wouldn't. Don't cheat in that. Don't
No.
do it. I don't think so.
Alright.
I sold my Bell Skyver a few years ago, and now I want another one.
Mhm.
I think that's like a
I
common
feel like
idea.
that happens often, and we never pulled the trigger on getting one. But I've wanted one for quite a while.
Any suggestions about finding my own design language? I have a goal to start selling leather items in the next year. What are some good ways to start small and stay small?
That's
I think it's like any art is asking yourself, what do you like and why?
yeah.
And if you can put together 3 or 4 or 5 things you like, that's like it's different than like what's out there. I think you're in a really good place to start. I think the materials often will
dictate
dictate
that.
some of that too.
Yeah.
Because you're learning the materials, you're learning what they can do, what they can't do, the limitations.
Right.
But yeah, I think starting from a place of like kind of self-discovery is the place to start.
I agree. So I am definitely just someone who loves to collect. I love to collect images, just on Pinterest or even on Instagram or whatever. I just am saving stuff all the time, and I look back at it quite often. But one thing that I think helped. I think I know my personal style and my aesthetic really, really well naturally because I also worked in fashion for a long time. So like that was part of just my daily thing. But if you want to try to figure that out, I think going on something like Pinterest or even Instagram or whatever, you could cut pictures out of a magazine. But
I feel like less and less Pinterest because it's like AI slop now.
well, that's very true.
It could be a good starting place, but
yeah. But just pinning stuff that you like and then trying to find, or saving stuff that you like, whatever, and then trying to find the common thread. Like, well, am I saving stuff that all has gold hardware or silver hardware or black hardware? Or I like all these slouchy bags or these really, structured bags or whatever it might be.
So another way to think about it is painters throughout the world have access to all the same paint colors. But the colors you choose can become your style. Along with like everyone has the same paintbrushes available to them. If you use like a certain brush with a certain thickness of like line thickness, that can become part of your style. So it's a whole bunch of really small choices you make that add up to something that might be different.
Yeah.
So,
but
and then the other question is, do people want to buy that?
Right, and then the other thing is too, like Nick said before, is it's also figuring out like what is it that you want to do that's different from what others are doing, and not that yours needs to be like crazy different, but
different enough.
Yeah, yep. What makes it special? What makes it unique? What makes it yours? What makes it so that if someone saw it, they would know it was you that did it.
True. Is that a wallet necklace around your neck?
It is,
Iconic.
yeah. We were just talking about that a second ago. We've had quite a few people asking about it. I know, and so again, I worked in fashion, so I still do look at that stuff all the time. I look at what's coming down the runway. Coach just did a really great spring show, and they had all these like little kiss closure wallets as necklaces and stuff like that. And I've been doing this for a long time. We actually used to have a wearable wallet not all that long ago in our collection.
It might have been 2 years ago.
Yeah, I tend to be like a little too ahead on things.
Yeah, sorry.
Which is funny, but this is how it goes for some reason. But anyways, this is our Betty wallet. I've literally just, it's my favorite wallet I use all the time. I literally just threaded a piece of leather cord, and you can get leather cord anywhere. You could probably go to, I don't know, whatever our store you have around you. There's nothing even in this one right now, but because I just was wearing it as a necklace. But I literally use this wallet. I have it in black. Every single day. It's my favorite wallet. It fits all of my cards. I can shove cash in there, whatever. But I like to wear it this way as like a necklace, and then to use it, I just open it up like you would have to anyway, and take my stuff out. So yeah, that's our Betty wallet. It fits like I think like 14 to 17 cards or something like that.
A lot of cards.
Yeah, I fit a lot of stuff in there.
Need some carpentry / home renovation videos.
Okay, see? Okay, I'm gonna give you like a rundown of what I was thinking. So I was thinking on the weekend, literally every weekend, I'm doing something else, right? So one of the things I'm doing right now is here. I'll grab it really fast.
This is actually a really good one.
I'm making a
really practical one, I should say.
Really practical. I'm on my own making a frame. I did one already as like a test run for a little piece of artwork that I hung in our son's room. Framing is so insanely expensive, and so I wanted to figure out like, could I do it in a way that's reasonable that we could afford? And so I literally just got 2 different types of trim from Home Depot and have been making frames. So it's gonna, be like that. This one's actually, I'm hoping to have it be gold and black. The one I did for our son's room is this pretty light blue color, whatever. And I'm framing some artwork that we have. So my thought was like, oh, I could share what I'm doing with framing. I'm working on a built-in at the top of our stairs. I'll show you really quick something super fun that I've been working on.
Perfect miters kill me. Yes.
Well,
you need a sharp blade.
Yeah,
and,
which I don't have.
Yeah, which you don't have.
I ordered replacements. So as you
And
know,
have to trust your miter box.
it's almost Halloween. This is the other creative fun thing I've been doing. This is Wes's Halloween costume. So like this is another thing I'd love to share, like how I build this and how I put together, whatever. I know these are like kind of insane, but wouldn't that be fun to see?
It's more for her than our son.
Oh please, he's obsessed with
He's
it.
gonna love it. He has to wear it this morning.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It says audio is terrible.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's weird.
What are you building? Oh, she probably the built-in at the top of the steps.
Oh yeah.
Probably
So at the top of our basement stairs, there's this nook that we've had like a bench sitting on forever and just piled up like whatever there, and it was driving me insane. So I was like, I had done a really awesome built-in in our son Wes's room, and I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for another built-in. So I'm doing a built-in at the top of the stairs. It'll basically turn that space into like a very small mudroom.
This person says they hear us fine. That
It's
happens
YouTube
sometimes.
for some reason that can't hear us.
I guess.
Um,
So if you couldn't tell, there's like 2 plungers on there. There
on
is
the robot?
a water pressure gauge,
yeah,
a thermometer,
thermometer.
a
There's
checklist,
one of the
buttons from a heater,
yeah, we disassembled a heater that didn't, like a space heater that didn't work.
and then a button from like just like a regular on-off switch.
Yeah, from one of the lights that we have up here that we didn't need.
We looked around. We're like, what can we open up?
Yeah, what can we take apart? And all the little like screws that are going around. I had all these wooden half bead things
There you
that I
go.
just sprayed in.
When's pre-order week for robot costumes? That's a one-off situation.
Yeah, no, that's one and done. I still have to make his pants. That's the last bit of it, and his little boots, but pretty excited.
He's been practicing his robot voice.
Yeah, he has.
He's been practicing that for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's really built that skill up. So yeah, those are the types of things. Even like how we've decorated. I'm walking in the neighborhood. I keep hearing people saying to me like, "Oh, I love how you guys decorate for Halloween."
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been thinking like, "Oh, I could even share how we're doing that."
Sure.
If people are in just some extra content that might not necessarily have to do with what we're doing here, but might be exciting for people to see. So that's the sort of stuff I've been thinking about. Maybe it would be fun to share if you guys are interested. All right, we've got our little D-rings stitched in place. This will be aligned also, it won't be this floppy.
Floppy.
Whoops. What else is going
I
on?
don't know. We paid our first tariff
Oh,
from a
yeah,
European country,
we did.
or from our country, from buying something from Europe.
Right.
1710. Definitely interested in that stuff. So it sounds like people want to see the weird things you do.
I mean, I think that'd be fun to share.
Oh, we have. There's gonna be a pre-love bag going up.
Oh, yeah.
A navy mini Shelby.
Yep. Do you want me to grab it?
No.
Sorry.
I have to like.
Yeah. Give it
condition
some love.
and see what
Yeah.
else it might need. So that'll be up on pre-loved eventually.
Sometime soon. And now I'm going to be stitching hand stitching the D-rings on the inside of the gussets where this little clasp will cinch the bag in. Some more hand stitching. Again, I would.
That was very domestica. And next we will do.
Oh my god, you said that so much.
I know.
Oh boy.
In the next lesson.
In the next lesson. Yet, that frame I was working on, I've been using this itty bitty miter box hand saw that I've literally had since college. And the reason I wanted to use it is because it cuts such a great corner, like a perfect, what is that, 45-degree angle or whatever. And
90, 45.
but the saw blade itself is like cutting with a spoon. So it takes so much energy. I finally
We're pretty bad at using sharp tools sometimes.
I know. And then when we do, I'm like, what was I
I changed my
what were we
claw knife
doing?
blade and I was like,
Yeah, you're like, what have I been doing for the last
I like cut through the
3
mat
months?
because I was pressing too hard on the other
Yeah,
one.
because you're used to pushing so hard. Yeah. So
Which is not safe. Don't do that.
no, don't do that.
Change your blades.
Change your blades.
When do you choose to rivet in straps versus clasps? That's a good question.
That's a great
There's only
question.
2 bags that are riveted in, right?
I mean, the D rings are riveted in on most bags, and then
Yeah, but
the
like-
straps are able to come. The
So like
crossbody
the
straps
CB
are
and
able to-
Grella, you can't remove the strap.
Correct. I think.
And like the Chloe isn't riveted on, but it's a unibody. It's one.
Right, it's like built into it. Yeah.
I mean, my answer is like when a bag doesn't function without it, kind of.
For the most part,
For the
yeah.
most part, there's a couple of them that wouldn't, but it kind of doesn't make sense for some reason to attach them.
Yeah, so we actually, the ones that have the strap permanently on there are not riveted on. They're actually, they're on there with Chicago screws. And that was really a function and an aesthetic decision. I liked the way the Chicago screws added more hardware to those particular bags. They're pretty simple.
I tried to get her to rivet them
shapes.
on for like
I said no.
twice, and she was like, "This isn't.
Mm-mm.
I don't like it." And I was like, "All right,
It made it look
design choice."
Yeah, it made it look cheaper to me. So most of our bags, there is a tab that's riveted on, and I think that looks fine. But those are usually going to be bags like Nick was saying, like you can take the strap off and use it as like a handbag, like this guy. But this one, we really hid. There's everything. Like when this crossbody strap is on, you can't see the hardware because there's D-rings on the inside, and the clips are real tiny. They're like these little guys, so they hide inside the lid. And then the only hardware you really see will be like the button stud.
It's
on
funny
the
because some
strap.
designs definitely benefit from hardware. Like obviously,
Right.
this has hardware on it. You see the rivets everywhere. It's a different look. And to me, if like there wasn't hardware,
It should be real
it'd
boring.
be super boring. So like we try to edit things down as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you can see like this would be a totally different bag without hardware. And like
Definitely.
that would be kind of
Yeah.
weird. This would be a weird bag with hardware.
Right. Exactly.
So don't be weird.
Or do be
Or do be weird. Takes me way too long to change my blades. I converted to the claw knife. Thank you. Yes, it's.
What can I ask? What kind of knife you had before
It's
that
the
you
best.
converted from? Because I love that claw knife. I do so much stuff with it that I probably shouldn't. I don't care because it's the best.
I smell a hemlock. Change your blades T-shirt.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's pretty funny.
And accurate.
And accurate.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we use
Yeah, I basically used 2
60
knives.
millimeter rotary cutter and claw knife.
Yeah, claw knife for life.
Yeah, this can really get detail.
What's good about it is though, like that
been getting so many
You are
phone calls.
So loved by the spam
I am not
gods.
popular.
But yeah, the curved knife, you like really, you're just cutting with the very tip of the knife, so you can really do lots of shapes and angles and stuff with that guy.
I used a regular X-Acto. So hard to cut curves with those. Yes. I
Okay,
wish
there
this
you
was
go.
available, like we knew about this in school.
I
in art
agree,
school,
100%.
because
That would have
we
saved my
cut
life.
with X-Actos and like they're so uncomfortable
Yes,
to hold.
the handle.
And like I feel like the blades don't work that well either. But
Well, they can sometimes be really sharp, which is fine, but then you literally will cut into a metal ruler with them sometimes.
True.
Which is so, yeah. But I love
That's
them.
more user error though.
Okay.
But no, you can definitely, yeah.
I think it's a lot easier to do that than it is with a claw knife. The claw knife is like taking itself away from what you're cutting.
I don't know. For whatever reason, the ergonomics of this work really
Much
well.
better.
And I get a lot more life out of it. I did appreciate that you can, some of these Actos you can like break off the blade to keep using them.
Oh yeah, true.
But, you know.
We just buy those claws in bulk. And then never change them.
Where do you get the claw knife? Never heard of them. I think, so I'm pretty sure Buckle Guy has one. I'm pretty sure Weaver has one. Was it, I think sometimes it's called a trim knife or trimming knife.
It does have other names.
It has other names.
But I bet if you
I've heard it like called a
Google-
craftsman knife, but like you're not gonna find it like.
I bet if you
searching for
Google
that.
claw knife, you should be able to find one.
Yeah. And there's this. We have two different. The styles are slightly different. Like this one holds it in like this. I don't know if you can see the way.
And you just like unscrew this brass piece.
Yeah.
And it
you tighten
pops
it.
out.
And the other one actually has a little wrench.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this one's
This is
the
nice.
one I use. So it looks a little bit different. Same blade, but it doesn't have like that neck. But you just tighten it and untighten it there. So slightly different. I can't remember where we got this one from. I'm pretty sure this one's from Weaver.
I think it is too.
Both about the same size.
I think mine's
Yours
just a little bit
bigger,
longer.
but that's funny.
I know. You'd think that you would use the longer one. But I love that thing.
I found it through Weaver on Amazon. Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
Just talking about blades.
Such a good time. Talking about blades. Something I was gonna say and I forgot.
It's tempting to want to use the claw knife for everything, but you shouldn't. Like just like open boxes and stuff. You'll kill
Yeah,
the
you
blade.
shouldn't.
Don't.
Don't do that. I would never. Yeah, definitely use that on Wes's Halloween costume. It's fine. Oh, this is the little
Miter box.
box that I've had since college that I've been using. This is the dullest thing on the planet, so I ordered new blades. So this will make my life a little easier.
I know I'm way late to the party, but highly recommend your Domestika course. Super educational. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's really good.
Yeah,
to
that
hear.
was fun to do.
It was very fun.
Good chance to go to Madrid. I saw someone put two blades side by side in a box cutter and cut thin lines for alignment marks into patterns. Absolutely genius.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Can you say that again? Can you read that again?
Put two blades side by side in a box cutter to cut thin lines. So like your
I must have put a spacer in between them then or something? Because how are you getting two lines?
for alignment marks into patterns. It's a good question. You're gonna need a tutorial, Daniel.
But that sounds really cool
It does.
and smart.
Where do you get your clicker dies? We typically first recommend looking for like a local tooling shop that can do it for you. There's steel rule dies. Typically you can get them like you basically paid by the inch of steel plus labor. We get ours from a place called Texas Custom Dies.
Yep. The main reason that they're great. You can absolutely order from them. We highly recommend them. Their stuff is never had anything break ever or come incorrect or whatever. And if anything did come incorrect, it was my fault.
That was our fault.
Yeah. But
Send the right.
triple check your
vector
file before you send it. But the reason we recommend you look for one that's physically close by is just because they weigh a lot, so shipping can be expensive.
Yeah.
They were just the first ones that we found, and they happened to do a really good job, so we've stuck with them.
Yeah, we know people that use Milwaukee steel dies. I think Weaver has a custom die thing now.
Yeah, I think they do too. The main things to consider, there's lots of different types.
Yep. So like there's ones that have wood blocks in them, there's ones that have foam, there's some that are plexi. We like the ones we get because you can see through them for the most part. So you can see what you're clicking out before you click it.
Yeah.
And these will last forever. There's also like a thinner, I forget what it's made out of, but it's just like a thinner thing set into something else.
Oh.
Anyway.
I imagine it's
but yeah, there's different styles.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's better to use a pattern piece as a cutting guide as opposed to marking patterns with an awl and cutting without a pattern piece? I think it's just...
I think it's just personal preference.
Yeah. I don't like marking the leather because then the mark's there.
Right.
But you have to be very careful not to move your pattern piece.
Yeah.
But if you're going to cut the line anyway, it's totally up to you, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think it really, you can do whichever one. I don't think there's a reason, like I'm trying to think, is there a reason I do it that way? Because I feel like I've tried doing it both ways.
I feel like there's more margin for error,
honestly,
in my mind, when you
trace it.
Yeah. I only use that on the pocket pieces for some reason.
Yeah, it's because it's the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what sometimes I'll do is when I'm hand cutting something that is a more tricky shape, because that's the thing, like, so we do have dies, we don't have dies for everything. Our newer bags, we give them time to sell and prove themselves before we purchase a die for the most part. So we do have, a handful of stuff that we hand cut. And so if it's a trickier shape to cut, I will use my claw knife and I'll do like a once over and then I'll move the pattern piece and then cut a couple more times so that it goes all the way through. But if I'm just cutting a straight line, I've got my pattern piece on the leather with a weight on top of it. I just put my ruler on top and cut. It's just faster. But either, like I said, either way, I think is a fine way to do it.
Oh, it cuts maybe a 1/64 inch wide line, basically just wide enough to make the line with a pen or a scratch awl. The person I saw used it for making the design on the back of their jean pockets. So, basically almost like a scribe line.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Mark the cutting lines and the stitch line at the same time.
That makes perfect sense.
Texas steel rule is good for bulkier dies. We love Bradshaw steel rule dies in Canada and Milwaukee steel rule dies. Yeah, so like I said, there's lots of options out there. We've heard good things about, I don't think I've heard negative things about anyone for dies. Hermes artisans recommend using pattern pieces as a guide as well. Oh, interesting.
That's because they're super
copying.
Just kidding. I'm like, I don't know why I do that. I just do it.
Yeah, I watched. They had like a video out on like their artisans, and it was interesting to watch. They go through like a school for like pretty long period of time.
Oh, I wonder. Do you happen to know how long it was?
It was like one part. I don't remember it all.
Okay, I just wondered.
20 minutes. Let's guess that. But you mean how long the video was?
Or how long you do the school for?
It was. I feel like it was at least 6 months, and like you can fail. Like you won't go forward if like you can't hand stitch correctly. I mean, spending $10,000-$15,000 on a bag.
Yeah.
Should probably
be able to hand
do that.
Yeah.
With 2 needles, it goes twice the speed. Oh, for for what you're doing.
Oh. Well, it's the type of stitch. Saddle stitch.
I'm doing that first craft market in Miami
Oh,
at the end of the
fun.
month. Thanks for all your advice. Your lives are filled with so much useful info. Glad it's helpful.
Congratulations on the show. I hope it
Yeah,
goes
good
really
luck.
well.
Yeah, shows are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I still
A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. You can get a lot of information from doing a show too, which is nice. Yeah, so just so you guys can see better what I've already punched all of the holes in this with like a pricking iron, and then I glue my little tab in there, and then I'm just taking the awl and going through back through the holes that I've already punched to make sure that I'm getting all the way through both pieces of leather, and then I'm saddle stitching them in place.
In the next part.
In our next video.
All right, get your questions in. We're about to leave because we got stuff to do.
She's so
Oops.
I feel like I've been doing so much meld lately. What?
Yeah. Give a comparison. Maybe 24 and 16.
Oh yeah, good call. This is the bridle, and this is the milled lined.
Yeah, the milled navy is like a nice blue.
It really is. It's such a pretty color.
So, gives you an idea.
I'd like to see how you attach the thread to your needle. Oh yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Super. Let me see if I can do that really fast with a piece. Here's another needle and another piece of thread. Let's see. YouTube asked that, right? Where did that go? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's YouTube. I'll see if I can show you. Okay, or obviously you thread your needle, whatever.
Obviously.
Obviously, it's on there. Okay, I hope you guys can see that.
Just explain what you're doing as you're
Okay,
doing it.
so you basically take the longer piece of thread and you stab your needle right in the middle of the thread so that you're like going through it like that, and then you do it again, just like a little like that. There you go. Stab through twice, and then you just pull it through.
It's basically making a knot.
Yeah. So then it won't come off. I hope that was helpful. Tips for
First seasonal collection drop. Get your orders in, people. Yeah. Do it. I'm not going to pressure you, but
do it.
do it. Tips for first seasonal collection drop.
I mean, so much depends on what exactly you're doing. If I assume that you're doing bags, it's just about having like, it's about having a small range. So it doesn't have to be like, 30 bags or whatever. It could be like, let's say you have 3 or 5, something like that. So you want to have like a bit of a range, like maybe you have a shoulder bag, a crossbody bag, a wallet. Again, it very much depends on what you're doing, and then it's all about getting that design language in there.
You mean about
yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding
marketing, or
the
do you
question.
mean about
That's true.
actual collection?
Yeah,
Those are very different.
very true.
Just looking into the Domestica course, what can you tell us about that? So we make a moonrise bag, is what it's called, and we don't have one available. So it's like a half circle bag. It basically goes through how to make
that bag. It's all hand done. You can
Yes.
absolutely do it on a sewing machine if you have one. But we talk about how we do this type of a curved gusset. We talk about hand stitching. We talk about the different types of leather and why we choose the leather that we do. We
A
go
little
over
bit
the
like
tools.
intro to the leather, a little bit tools.
Yeah.
How to do.
You
the
get
strap.
a free pattern with the course, so a pattern to make that exact bag.
A little bit of our background.
Yep.
So after you take it, you should be able to do like any kind of style with this gusset.
Right. And the strap and everything.
Yeah.
And we hand do everything in that course.
Yeah.
That way,
Burnishing,
just try to
painting.
making it as accessible to everyone as possible. So like if you don't have a sewing machine or a burnisher or whatever, you'll see how you can do everything by hand. There's also what would you call that, where you can like chat with everybody?
A forum.
Yeah. There's a forum where if you have like questions.
Yeah, all the students that took the course can ask questions. We'll
You're
answer
asking
them.
us like we're answering you. And you can share like your project images, things like that.
Yeah.
It's a fun course though.
There's quite a bit of info in there.
Yeah.
It's like hard to remember. That was like how many years ago now?
It was 3. I got a hilarious memories thing on Facebook that's of you staring out the window of the hotel there going looking out at Madrid.
Seems right.
I was like, that's hilarious. That was 3 years ago.
Bags in fall winter colors.
Was that from
Yes, we're about to launch our first seasonal collection of leather bags, saddle bags, tote bags, satchels in fall winter colors. And then they said, beautifully produced, so many good tips for every step of the process, so worth it. Yeah, we basically just kind of chat about, in my opinion, like each step as it's happening, and give tips and why we do what we do in each step.
Right.
So yeah.
That's a pretty good description. Okay, so I'm still not 100% clear about the question with launching the collection.
Well, fall colors.
So they already have the bags.
Yeah, so I'm imagining, so you just want to make sure you're reaching out to the audience you have, getting feedback, that's always important.
Yeah. I mean, the way we really launched our first collection was really, I mean, we had a website and we had Instagram, but we did a in-person show. And I feel like doing that was probably the most helpful because we got instant feedback from people. We could see who was interested.
You need to learn how to filter people's feedback to you as well.
Yeah.
So we'll just use it. If you only make structured bags and everyone's like, I want a slouchy bag, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should change what you're doing.
Right.
That's just not your customer. And it can be hard to like take that feedback in and be like, well, I should change everything I'm doing.
Right. Or people are like, I need 30 million pockets.
I need 30 million pockets
in my bag. And you're like, well, I only have 1 pocket or no pockets in my bag. Doesn't mean you need to have 30 million pockets.
What people think they want versus what they actually purchase are different.
Yes.
And a lot of people came up to us and asked us to recreate the bag they were wearing. Don't do that. Everyone like means well, but like it's just you have to take that in a certain way so that you're not like driving yourself crazy.
Yeah.
That can't be 3 years ago because that means I've known you for more than 3 years, which also means I've been getting much older than I want to admit.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
It was 3 years. I literally just saw the memory today. It was 3 years, like right now, because it was September. I remember when we filmed.
Right, and there was a year gap between film and launch, right?
Yeah, and it was just a picture that I had taken.
Sure, I'm wanting advice on how to launch it well. We've only launched products as we create them before, not as a collection.
Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. So rather than launching 1 bag at a time, you're launching a small collection at once. Okay. Then I would say it's all about kind of like how you visually put that together. So
Getting an image of them all together is great.
exactly, an image of them all together, an
On video.
image, right, of them with like things in them, or how you present them all together will be important, and then how you could, I mean, you could do a picture of you wearing all of them at the same time. What does that look like? So we did do that before with our Bowery collection.
Yeah, that was a drop. That was a mini collection drop.
Yeah. And it made it easy to talk about because you had like multiple bags to talk about and the differences between each and the inspiration. So I think really that is like, those are like your talking points. What was the inspiration for the collection? Whether it's shape or color or a specific design feature. Like for our Bauhaus collection, it was obviously inspired by Bauhaus art movement. And bye.
I'm seeing you. Just ignore all the crazy, but I don't know if you can see that. This is my Lightroom, but like I have, oops. Oh wow, getting personal.
Do you want me to film too?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on something. But anyway, I had, there we go. Oh, boy. So like an image of all the bags on leather there, which is a really nice photo to kind of showcase the color drop, because that was what we were trying to get across. Did I click on something over here?
Do I look weird?
I don't know. But like any way you can make them feel cohesive together is always a win. People like seeing bags together.
Yes, they do.
Which is really cool. I love Lightroom. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I'm so used to it. Like I feel like my editing process is so quick now through it. At your shows, were you eliciting feedback or letting it happen organically? That's a great question. So
That is a great question. Definitely organic.
Definitely organically. Because people are immediately defensive whether they want to be or not. Like if you're like, well, why do you like that? And they're like, oh. But just watch what they do. Like what bags do they pick up? Everyone's gonna probably pick it up and smell it. Like that happens.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of analyze people's behavior in a funny way. And then of course sales tell you something else. So like if everyone picks up this one bag but everyone buys the other one, you have to ask yourself some questions, and then why? Like, and sometimes we find, this was funny, one bag will sell another bag.
Yes.
So like if people look at the Phoebe and the Greta next to each other and they're like, well, I like the size of this, but I don't like circles. I do like rectangles. And they get the rectangle one.
I do like rectangles.
Or like I really like circle bags. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the collection in and of itself is kind of like how they interact is interesting too.
Totally. And you don't really think about that necessarily.
No, not when you're making them.
Right. But yeah, we definitely naturally got feedback. It was all about watching people, specifically like how they interact with the bag when they try it on, when they look at it, they pick it up, touch it, open it, all those things. Obviously a purchase, but then also people will just unsolicitedly give you advice or their thoughts on things. Sometimes I'd say with those people it tends to be like the stuff you might need to really filter out. And then also, so we're not huge on like selling, especially in person, stuff like that. Like we're just not salesy types of people. So what I kind of learned to do, which I actually took from when I had to do trade shows when I worked in textiles, was to kind of have like a really quick little like, this is why this is here kind of moment. Basically giving them some quick knowledge about what we're doing and why. I think I would say like, my husband and I made all these bags at our studio in Mount Airy at the time.
Red tan leather.
It's all vegetable tan leather, which usually brought up a lot of questions because a lot of people don't know what that means.
Oh, so it's not real leather.
Yeah, and you'd be like, and all of our leather is tanned in Pennsylvania, or like whatever. I had like a tiny little elevator pitch.
Whatever your differentiators are need to be part of the conversation.
Right.
You don't have to talk to every single person either. You should.
You can kind of make that decision based on body language when someone walks into your booth.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're like open and want to talk, or they just really want to be by themselves and look at stuff. But yeah, I would kind of just give them a really quick rundown, 2-second little elevator pitch, and that typically you would either see someone be like, okay, whatever, and then you'd be like, just let them look.
Yeah.
Or they would
you never want to
engage
force
with you.
people into anything.
Yeah.
They won't be happy.
Or they would engage with you, ask more questions, or be like, oh wow, you guys are based in Philadelphia, I didn't know that, or what's vegetable tan leather, or it would bring up more talking points, which was great because I think to naturally just sell something to somebody is uncomfortable. So
Sure.
by just answering questions or giving information, we kind of treated it like an educational moment of just like, I'm here to educate you on what I do and why, and that's it. I'm not trying to sell you anything unless you would like to buy it. So that's kind of how we did it, and it tend to really get the convo going.
Meter's on. Thanks for your feedback. It helps, especially as I know you've done a lot of collection drops. That's the hardest part. Yeah. Selling isn't the fun part. Thanks for the great advice today.
Yeah.
If they are not our customer, I also love recommending fellow leather workers
100%.
products who are looking for. Yeah, we've sent custom work and we've sent other kinds of work to people all the time.
Even at shows, like there is one of our friends like made men's wallets. Not something we do, but was be at the show too and be like, hey, do you have any men's wallets? No, we don't, but you know what?
Yeah,
they do down there. You should go check them out. Their stuff's great. Always.
If they do good.
As long as they do a good job.
I want to risk your reputation.
Yeah.
Do you guys did you have a stand-up mirror at our booth? I don't think
We did at least some point. I can't remember.
You know,
we did at one point.
I do remember noticing a lot of people would be there with friends, and then like they'd be like,
take a picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely had one at least at some point.
And if you can be near a booth that has a mirror already, you don't have to bring one,
Yeah.
but you have to know that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because I do remember that happening as well.
Yeah, me too.
A mirror helps. I have a small diamond-shaped mirror attached to one of our shelves.
Yeah, we definitely had a small
You see
mirror
it in
that
our
was
market
like
reels.
this big, and I think at least
Yeah,
once
Brit
we brought a
Mercantile.
full-length mirror.
The way the mirror doesn't take up, that way it doesn't take up footage. Yep. Yeah, it depends on the size of your space too. What was your learning journey like? Are you guys self-taught?
We are self-taught.
It was a long journey.
It was a long one, still
It's
going.
an epic.
I learned how to sew when I was like 8 years old. My mom taught me how to sew when I was home with chickenpox on like a vintage sewing machine. So I've always known I've known how to sew for a very long time. And I would like alter my clothes all the time because I'm very short. So there's that. But then once we actually started to want to do what we're doing now, it was a lot of YouTube. There's not a ton of great books. I'd say there's a handful of decent books, but they're kind of more inspirational. Maybe great for like figuring out patterns and stuff like that. But as far as
They were heavily, at the time when we saw them, geared towards like Western style.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing that.
Yeah, it's not as like informative. But I mean now there's so much. I mean there's our domestic course. There's tons of stuff on YouTube.
And start small. Start on a small project. See if you like it. See what you like about it.
Yeah.
We didn't like burnishing, so we got a burnishing wheel pretty quick.
Yep. And hand stitching, we realized specifically because we knew we wanted to do this as a business that getting a sewing machine was a great idea because hand stitching takes forever. While we still do have hand stitching in some form on all of our bags, they are mostly sewn by machine. So getting like a cylinder arm machine like pretty quickly was the other thing that we did. We started off on like a Singer Patcher super old machine, and Yeah, that was kind of fun to learn.
I wish we had a video of us using that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because there was like a metal wire plunger you had to like jam the thread
Oh,
through.
to thread it.
Thread it.
I forgot about that.
I didn't.
And maybe that was your job.
Probably was.
Sounds like it would be.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Different life, different timing in our lives.
Yeah, for real. All right, guys, so
go.
we
This
definitely
is
need to
crazy.
get going. But it is order week, so don't forget to check out the website. We rearranged some things on
Get it
there, but
We're done.
yeah, we're getting close to the holidays, even though it seems insanely early. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think we are going to try really hard to do these more regularly, as much as we can. But we've got a lot of orders to get done. All right, guys.
Yep. Thanks for the
See
questions.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Lisa.